Graham says that God gives us two hands, one to receive with and one to give with. We are not cisterns made for handling. We are channels made for sharing. I kind of think of our life like a treasure chest. We're all a unique blend of successes and failures and disabilities and extraordinary talents and academic experiences and work experiences. Many of us have had the opportunities that have come and gone, and many of you have had experiences with money, conflict, and leadership. Many of you have a spiritual background or journey, and many of you are new believers ready for a story that's just yours. Some of you have wrestled with your faith or experienced seasons of deep doubt. You don't want to share your failures, but you need to. You have a voice to the generation that's coming behind you. They need to learn from your failures and your successes. Andy Stanley says, "You learn more in the wrinkle days than in the wrinkle-free days." And I know, you're thinking, she doesn't have wrinkles yet. I know, thank you. That's my good genetics. You can thank my mom and dad. If you have the ability to influence the generation behind you, just like I do, even though my wrinkle days are not here yet, then you need to invest in them. You have the responsibility to invest in them. In Matthew 25, Jesus shares a parable with his followers. There was a rich man who was going on a journey. So he divided up his wealth among 3 servants. And to the first, he gave 5 bags of gold. And to the second, he gave 2 bags of gold. And to the last, he gave 1 bag of gold. Jesus knows what most of us think. We think we're the one-baggers. We have what we need, we have a lot of one thing, and we're just average, everyday people. The servants were to use this wealth and invest this wealth. The guy with 5 bags invested his wealth, and it doubled. Big pile. The guy with 2 bags invested his wealth, and it doubled. But the guy with 1 bag, he just took that bag and he buried the bag. And when the master returned after a lifetime, the man who was given 5 bags was so excited to show the master what he'd done with his gold. I mean, look at the pile. In Matthew 25:21, the master says, "You have been faithful with few things. I will put you in charge of many things. You will share in your master's happiness." The master became very upset when the man who was given 1 bag of gold returned to him the 1 bag of gold. The master called him lazy and cast him out of the group. This parable is about the fact that we have a privilege and a responsibility to one day give an account for our lives. Take the time to consider those who have invested in your life and helped to shape you and your future. Know that when you look back on your life, what you will value most is what you have shared and given away. It won't be your careers or your toys or your bank account or all the trips you took. You are going to value those who have benefited from your treasure chest and what you've shared with them.